Alright, what's up guys? My name's Martin and I'm making this video because I get a lot of people asking me, some people are in like the incubator, the high school incubator program. Some people just know that I started my own company and I created my own product, and they basically ask me, how do I create a product? What are the steps in the process? How do I even start? So I just wanted to make a video explaining how you start with a little amount of money and you make a simple prototype, you test it with customers, and then after you find a product that works, that customers are willing to buy, you're able to start your business. What I did was I started with $200 and an idea about making a weight collar that holds your weights on your barbell, keeps them from sliding off, that works like the 90s slap bracelets. So we started this company with an idea, some slap bracelets, and $200, and a couple years later we ended up selling over 6 figures worth of product and even being on Shark Tank. Alright, so now I'm going to talk about how you actually start and like what you kind of do. I'm not going to touch on the idea because I assume you already have the idea because you're looking for this video to learn how to make the idea into a thing, so I'm not even going to talk about that. But basically, now you have your idea and you have an idea of who your customers are going to be and what the product's going to kind of look like and how it's going to work. So what you need to do is you need to draw it out and put it on paper, like what it's actually going to be. So for example, this is one drawing that I made of the clip. Kind of looks similar to that, doesn't it? It's pretty close. But anyway, so what we started out with was we knew that these slap bracelets were way too weak to make a product that's going to hold a couple 100 pounds on a barbell. So we ordered 50 of these slap bracelets off the internet, off of eBay. It cost us like maybe 15 bucks. And we tried so many different designs, but first started off with, we have a group of slap bracelets here. So we took a bunch of slap bracelets. I think there's 7 in here. So we took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slap bracelets, cleaned them so there wasn't any oil or dirt on them, and then put double-sided tape on each clip and then put them all together to create one really strong clip. And this one is much stronger than this one. So we were kind of getting where we needed to go. We also needed a way to keep the product on the actual bar, so like here on the bar, and to keep the weights from sliding off the end. So we added some Plasti Dip on the bottom. It's sprayable rubber. We thought it was a pretty good idea and it actually worked out really well. So then we finally had this, which is an MVP, a minimum viable product that we could now go test with customers. So we went to a bunch of local gyms, just walked in and said, hey, my name's Martin. I created this cool product. I was wondering if you'd be willing to try it, give me some feedback, and let me know what you think. So literally went around to a bunch of gyms, talked to a bunch of gym owners, a bunch of people that were just working out, and got some feedback. They said, oh, this is a pretty cool idea. I like it. It's neat. It has to be able to hold weights when you're dropping the bar, blah, blah, blah. And we got some feedback. So we went back and we worked on it a little bit more, and we made a couple different versions of the product until we finally came to one that we really liked. Once you've made your minimum viable product, tested it with customers, refined it, got it to something that they like, that they're willing to buy, then at that point you're basically ready to take the next step, find a manufacturer, and actually sell the thing. At this stage, what we did was we didn't have a manufacturer, we didn't know anyone that could help us get a manufacturer, so we went on Alibaba or AliExpress, either one. We went on Alibaba and we found slap bracelet manufacturers, and we just said, hey, we need a really strong slap bracelet, can you make one for us? Yeah, sure, we can make a really strong slap bracelet for you. We didn't want to tell them because we didn't want them to steal our idea. Looking back on it now, I don't think they really would have stolen our idea, but whatever, we didn't want to tell it to them. So we told them we're making a really strong slap bracelet, and we went through a bunch of different samples with them, finally found something that we thought was good, that definitely wasn't ready to be a final product, but at the time we thought it was, and it looked pretty decent. So we were getting ready to order it and then realized that we didn't have enough money to order it. So at that point we decided to create a Kickstarter campaign, and that was to fund the original order and basically kickstart the business. So we did that. We ended up doing a successful Kickstarter campaign. We did $23,000 in sales, or in pre-orders, in 1 month, and that's kind of what got the company going. So we started with 200 bucks, made some samples, talked to a couple people in China, got some better samples, and then did a Kickstarter campaign, showed people the idea. People liked it. It was validation. You know, we had already talked to people before. We made a product that they wanted. Then we offered it for sale before we actually had the product, to verify before we order all this inventory. We wanted to make sure that people were going to buy it. So that's why we did the Kickstarter, to make sure that we weren't going to just buy a bunch of inventory and it wasn't going to sell. So after the Kickstarter, we actually switched our manufacturers to someone else, and it took us 100 more variations of the product to actually nail it down and get something that's good like this, where it goes from some slap bracelets taped together to a full-fledged product that's going to hold up in the gym and hold a couple hundred pounds on the barbell when you're lifting it, squatting it, bench pressing it, deadlifting it, all that stuff. So the steps to creating a product are, you have to have the idea, and you have to be excited about the idea. If you're not excited about the idea, then it's probably not going to turn out well. But idea, draw it out, design it, make a prototype go to the store, get some materials, order them offline, find stuff around your house, make an MVP, a minimum viable product. It's the minimum that you need to verify that the product works and to test it with customers. Then you test it with customers, you get their feedback, you see what they think, you make a bunch of different versions based off of what they say until they're happy with it. Then at that point, you actually have to make the product. You already know how much someone's going to be willing to pay for the product because you just talked to your potential customers. So you know how much they're going to be willing to pay. Now you need to find out if you're going to be able to manufacture the product for a fourth of that cost, and I say a fourth because you need basically 75% at least on top of what it costs you to actually make profit and have like a profitable business. So whatever your customer is willing to pay, you need to make your product for a fourth of that. Then after that, you got to test the samples with the manufacturer. So your manufacturer is going to make samples. You got to test them with your customers. Again, make sure that it's good. And then at that point, you make your actual order, or you do a Kickstarter campaign, or you do whatever you need to do to get someone to or to order your inventory and to get the business going. And at that point, that's kind of the end of this like short little video. I just wanted to make a quick video explaining how you take an idea and quickly, for relatively little money, you turn it into a potential product that you could sell and that you could turn into an actual business. So that's that. Let me know if you guys have any questions, if you want me to go into detail about anything else. There's a lot more to it. I just wanted to make kind of a quick video and not add too much stuff to it. So yeah, if you want to see anything else, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. Yeah, cool. Peace out.